Okay, Friday today, I'm going to kind of take it a little easy, okay? Here's what these say. I have $50. I make $20 per hour at my job. Write a function rule. Now, I put a little plus there because that would mean you would plus 20 to the 50 every hour. So what I want you to do is make an XY table, please. X goes here, Y goes here. Now, there's two units I have underlined, two labels, I have underlined. Dollars and hours, okay? Dollars and hours. The one that measures time, the one that keeps track of time is the X. So please put that word hours above the X and then the other label, dollars above Y. I want to see you doing that, okay? Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a 0, a 1, 2, 3, and then make continuation dots. We're just going to stop at 3. This means it goes on and on and on. Okay, so how much money did you start with? 50. Every time there's an hour, then you plus 20, okay? So 50 plus 20 is 70, then plus 20 again. 70 plus 20 is 90. 90 plus 20 is 110. And that goes on. Now, this is how you write a rule here, okay? Please make a line and put equals Y at the top. You're always going to put equals Y. What's the first number we put under Y with that 0? 50. And then what's the number we added over and over and over? 20, okay? Now put a times dot because we add 20 over and over and it's 20 times X, okay? Now write that into an equation. 50 plus 20 dot X times X equals Y. And you have written a function for that, okay? Okay, next one. A tank has 400 gallons of propane. It leaks at a rate of 10 gallons per hour. Leaking means it goes down. It's a negative, okay? Write a function rule for the situation. So on that first problem, I put a positive in the parentheses. That means you add positive 20. If I put a negative, you're going to add a negative every time, okay? X, Y. So what do I have highlighted? I've got gallons and hours. Which one of those keeps track of time? Hours. Then gallons. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then just stop at 3. So you started with 400 gallons. You put that next to your 0. And then I would add 10 gallons per hour means I would add 10, but it would have to be negative 10. Okay, that's a negative 10. And I put that negative and positive there to help you. Okay, so 400 plus negative 10, now it goes down 390. Add negative 10 again. 380. Add negative 10 again. 370. Okay, now you're going to write a function. You want to make a line. You want to put equals Y at the top. Now your Y started at 400. And then what's the number you added every time? You added negative 10, but you add it over and over, okay? It's times X, okay? So write that function. 400 plus negative 10 times X equals the letter Y, okay? There's your function. Okay, next one. A swimming pool has 500 liters of water. It fills at a rate of 40 liters per hour. Write a function rule. So make a table. Liters and hours. Which one of those would keep track of time? Well, it's hours again. Okay? And then liters on top. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So you started with 500 liters. Now it says positive 40, so you're going to add positive 40. That means just don't put a negative with it. So 500, this will go up. 500 plus 40 is 540. Plus 40 again, be 580. Plus 40, use a calculator, okay, 620. I'm doing it in my head, but you use a calculator, okay. Now make your graph, that's called a graph. So y started at 500, and the number we're adding every time is 40. So 40, but you got to put the dot x because we don't know how many times we're adding the 40. We're adding it every time there's an hour, okay? So times x. So 500 plus 40 times x equals y. There you go. Okay, last problem. I have $200. I will spend $10 per week. Write a function rule, okay? Okay, so you've got weeks. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, not doing a good job of teaching. You got dollars and weeks. Which one of those keeps track of time? It'd be weeks. And the dollars is your y. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, start at 0. Don't just go 1, 2, 3. So you start at 200. Spend $10 per week. So that's plus negative 10. Okay, because it's a negative. Okay, I put a negative there, so you add negative 10. I will put that negative positive there for you to help you out. So 190. Because when I'm spending money, it takes away from it, so it's a negative. 80, 180. And 170, okay? All right, and that goes on and on and on. So, equals y. So y started at 200. The number I'm adding every time is negative 10, and since I'm adding it every time it goes up by a week, I put times x, okay? So 200 plus negative 10 times x equals y.